good one today in Diamond Dynasty between the New York Mets and the Bulls. It's baseball. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next.
Your 2021.
So here is Brandon Nimmo. He will lead this one off today. First delivery to him. Drilled on the ground is short. And a good throw gets him one gone. J.D. Davis the next to bat. First offering. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. And we should see some 90s as we go forward. 88 degrees our game time temperature. Ball one as he lays off below the zone. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Count is 1-2.
Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way, and he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. And that brings up Javi Baez.
The second baseman.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
And he chased it in the dirt. And that ends the inning. Now into the box, Jarren Duran. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The center fielder, Jarren.
Here it comes. Lifted the other way to left center. Smith arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. Stepping up is J.D. Martinez.
J.D. Martinez.
First pitch of the AB on its way.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
The 1-0 home.
That's it. Ball 2.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
3-1 to Martinez. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in 2 that time. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2. Bases are empty here with 2 away, and that'll bring up David Ortiz. And he fouls this one off.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Nimmo has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. New inning set to get underway, and digging in is the big-time power threat, Pete Alonso. First offering.
No, that's down.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. 3-0 now. Francisco Lindor waits on deck. Here it is, the 3-0. And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second. Next up is Francisco Lindor as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box.
Yeah, this is his power side, Matty. Definitely quite a bit more pop in his bat swinging left-handed.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Nice job by the pitcher right there to establish himself back into the strike zone. Would have liked to have seen the hitter been a little bit more aggressive in that situation. Usually when a pitcher throws 4 balls in a row, that next pitch you can get super greedy right down the middle.
Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. 1 out, runner at first, and that'll bring up the left-handed bat of Dominic Smith. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Chop weakly to the left. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with.
The catcher, number 3, Tomas Nido.
Now the first pitch. Tomas Nido is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. From the belt, the pitch. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes. 2-2 to the Mets catcher. No score here as we play inning number 2. Outside and a full count, 3-2.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, run first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. And it's fouled away. Throw behind the runner at second. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. And it's quickly 0-2. Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
Got him swinging on the splitter that time, and with that, the side is retired. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Mookie Betts. Here's the first pitch. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Fouled away. The 0-2 home. Ground ball left side. And that's out number 1. Now 1 down with the bases empty, and that brings up the third baseman, Rafael Devers. From the stretch. The 1-0. He pulls this one into right, and a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove.
Batting 6th, the second baseman, Kike Hernandez.
At the plate now, Kike Hernandez, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1.
Put that in the memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
Hernandez behind a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled off. Another 1-2 delivery.
So that's 2 pitches in a row above the belt. As a hitter, that's what you're looking for, especially when it's a day game and the ball is carrying. That just wasn't a good enough pitch to hit.
Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. He's running. Had to wait back on the changeup, and he did a good job just to make contact. The 3-2 one more time. He's running again. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul. Payoff pitch one more time. Hit on the ground toward the left. There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Digging in will be Carlos Carrasco, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Swing and a miss as he starts the 3rd the same way he ended the 2nd, with a punch out, 1 away. Back to the top of the order now, and ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo. First pitch on its way. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Again, another foul ball. He'll try again, 1-2. Oh, and a good curveball that time, as it's taken for a called strike 3, and there are 2 away. So the bases are empty here with 2 gone, and into bat next will be J.D. Davis. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1.
Hey, this is a huge at-bat right here. This pitcher wants to end this inning and have 3, 4, 5 due up to start the next inning.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. 3rd inning, no score to this point. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring up the shortstop and one of the better 2-strike hitters in baseball, Xander Bogaerts.
Shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
And now pitch on the way. The 1-0 home. Hit sharply on the ground. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Batting 8th, the catcher, Brad Davis.
To the plate now, Crash Davis, as he'll take a look at ball 1. And he takes a big swing here, but this winds up a little tapper to the left of the mound.
Batting 9th, the pitcher, Davis.
Standing in now, Native Valdi, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1. The 1-1 is going to be a sacrifice attempt as he gets it down. But the feet of the second baseman is a wild one. And he'll come in to score from second base, and that is a direct result, obviously, of that poor throw. So it's second and third following the error. And next to bat will be the outfielder, Jarren Duran. First pitch coming. Here it is. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike one.
Now the runner breaks for the plate. Now the suicide squeeze, but it's popped up. And he'll be doubled off at third. So disaster strikes there, and there are two gone. Here's J.D. Martinez. Runner in scoring position with two gone. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. McNeil will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Now at the plate here is Javier Baez. Struck out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
High chopper over to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Next for the Mets, Pete Alonso. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Pitch on the way. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. Hit out towards second. Throw gets him. 2 down. So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the fourth. That'll bring up the switch hitting shortstop and perennial MVP candidate Francisco Lindor. First pitch of the AB now. 2 out, nobody on. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count to Francisco Lindor.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Ready to go in the bottom of the fourth, and that'll bring up David Ortiz.
The first baseman, David.
Now here's the first offering. Hit hard to the right side. And a sliding effort there, but that ball had eyes, and the leadoff man's on base to start the inning.
Now batting, right fielder, Mookie.
So that'll bring in Mookie Betts. And he gets under this one a bit as this is lifted into center field. Waiting on it is Nimmo. 1 away. So now into the box is Rafael Devers. 1 for 1 with a single so far. He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Count now a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. The 2-1 home. Hard hit ball to second. To second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And that'll bring up the outfielder, Dominic Smith.
Still a big bagel in that hit column. And this is where the frustration can start setting in on a team if they're not careful. It's never a good feeling when you know the guy out there on the mound is completely shutting you down. Hey, I still believe in my heart the best pitch is a well-executed fastball down and away, and that's exactly what that is. He swings at that. That's off the end of the bat. That's not hard contact at all, and that's an easy out for the defense.
At the plate now is Tomas Nido. Worked a walk his first time up. Too high, 1-0. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Mets.
The batter, number 6.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. And a check swing here. They'll appeal it down to third. No swing, says Woody Keller. It's ball 1. Popped him up. Hernandez onto the grass. He gets there, and that's the second out. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Carlos Carrasco, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. From the belt, the pitch. As he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
I can't imagine in a hitter's meeting today that's the pitch they want to.
We'll leave it right there as he strikes out, and that ends the inning. Into the box, Kike Hernandez, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th. He's set. Here it comes. In there, no balls and a strike.
I can't imagine that pitcher was trying to put it right over the heart of the plate. Thank God he took that pitch right there, or he'd be getting one back from the umpire.
Swing and a miss as he pulls the top hand over. It's 0-2.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Line towards center field. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Oh, and the highlight reel catch. And secured it all the way to the ground. You know his pitcher really appreciates an effort like that.
Maybe getting a little jumpy in the box, so he steps out and asks for time. First pitch on its way. Heading out towards shallow right. Right fielder is on the run. He can't get to it. This one's down.
The catcher, number 8. Crash. Davis.
Stepping in now. Crash. He's waiting on the breaking ball there and sends it to deep right field. You can kiss it goodbye.
Hey, you just got to tip your hat if you're on the mound. For him to have the ability to keep that pitch fair, that's a breaking ball on the inner half. How many times have we seen that one hook foul?
Time asked for and granted by the home plate umpire.
Number 17, Nathan Eovaldi.
In now, Nate Eovaldi, as he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike 1. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Wade Boggs will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Pinch hitting. Wade. Boggs.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Pulled toward right center field. On the run is Nimmo. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out. Now at the plate, Jaron Duran. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Duran.
First delivery to him. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury.
And we'll just leave it there as they make the play to end the inning. Hirokazu Sawamura takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
19.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
Someone on this offense needs to take it upon themselves to have a quality AB and start the line moving again.
A swinging bunt up the third baseline. Another 0-2 home. Hit softly down the line at first, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, and that finds its way through for a base hit. Next to dig in, J.D. Davis. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
The third baseman, J.D. Davis.
First pitch on the way. Lays off 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
That misses 2-0.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
3-0 to him now. That one's in there. 3-1.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Swing and a high fly ball out to left field. Back goes Martinez. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run.
Oh, and that was really close to a long out. The left fielder had a beat on it, and he gave it a great effort, but he couldn't quite bring it back. Instead, it's a trip around the bases.
The batter.
Here's Javier Baez as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. One count and the pitch in there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
After falling down 0-2 on the same pitch, don't be shocked if he triples up on it.
Struck him out, so he's set down on strikes for the second time today.
Alonso.
First offering on its way. Hit down the third baseline. Oh, what a stop on the slide. He gathers the throw. Hey now. So now here is Francisco Lindor. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. He's set, and the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. On the move is Martinez, but he won't get there. It falls in. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
The left fielder, Dominic Smith.
And now he'll bluff a move back to second base just to make sure the runner wasn't getting any ideas out there. Now a look and a throw back to second. And he'll dive back in safely. So now to the plate, Dominic Smith, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
The count now at 2-1. 3-1 to the Mets left fielder.
Here's the game within the game. You have a better matchup on deck. You got a 3-1 count in this situation. Don't be afraid to put him on base and attack the next guy.
He set the payoff pitch, and he struck him out. So he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. And that'll bring up J.D. Martinez.
Leading off for the Bulls.
Now time granted here at the plate as he'll step out of the box.
J.D. Martinez.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Hit high and deep to right center. Back goes McNeil. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Up to the plate now is David Ortiz. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch of the AB on its way.
Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Hey, this guy has really been attacking the zone, and this lineup has been more than happy to swing at a lot of pitchers' pitches so far.
The pitch. Breaking ball, called third strike as that catches the zone for out number 2.
Now
here's
batting,
Mookie Betts.
right
It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. High in the air out to center field.
Waiting on it is Nimmo.
And the inning is over.
Your
Lee
attention,
Smith
please.
is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. 7th inning ready to roll, and next to hit is the catcher, Tomas Nido. This is line to left, therefore it is Martinez, and that's the first out. Next to hit, Jeff McNeil. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. That hits the outside corner. It's strike 1. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that'll find its way into right field for a 1-out single. Jonathan Villar will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 1, Jonathan Villar.
First pitch on its way as he'll take a look at ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Base hit into right center. And big trouble as this gets to the wall now. The relay. And he'll make it to third base safely with only 1 out as the go-ahead run.
Now batting, the center fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
So here's Brandon Nimmo as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1.
Boy, this is a dicey situation right here, D-Ward. With the runner in scoring position, the sac fly brings that run in. This is where you're going to really have to try to keep the ball on the ground.
He's safe at the plate, and they've taken the lead here in the 7th. So stepping in is J.D. Davis. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
From an offensive standpoint, this is where you got to push the throttle right here. You've had a couple hits in the inning. You got a 1-0 count leverage. Let's see if he can gap something.
Here it comes. Hit in the air down the right field line. And he gets there, makes the running play, and that ends the inning.
7th inning stretch.
Aaron Loop gets the call from the pen to take the ball for the home 7th.
Number 32, Aaron.
Here now is Rafael Devers. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7.
Leading off for Durham, the third baseman.
Here's the first pitch.
Devers.
You know, because this is just a 1-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Here it comes on 1-1. sinker, and that's ruled strike 2. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. And now
Kike Hernandez.
he was robbed of a hit in his last at-bat, so he'll try to change his fortunes here.
Yeah, you got to control the controllables, Matty. All you can do is put barrel to baseball and see what happens. You cannot control the defensive wizardry on the other side.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Got him to chase after the curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
Swing and a long drive. Deep. Going. It's gone.
Big time at bat right there. Team trailing, and he ties it up with a bomb. Interested to see how this one finishes out.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. I'm set with the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. And this will be taken in out there just a few steps in front of the track, and there are 2 away now. Ready to take his hacks again. Crash Davis blasted a 2-run homer in his last at-bat.
Hey, Matty, an interesting sequence in that last at-bat when he hit a home run. First pitch breaking ball when he hit that towering long drive home run. We'll see if they attack him more with fastballs in this at-bat.
Looks at a sinker there that drops in 1-1.
1-1.
And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there. That cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Hit high and deep out to left field. And this is going to get down for what should be extra bases. And there's your potential go-ahead run. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Dwight Evans will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. Good lead off a second there. Now the pitch, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. It's his job to get something into the outfield and give that go-ahead run a chance to score from second. Hanging curveball taken, though, for a second strike.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open.
But we'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. Garrett Whitlock has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Now to the plate, Javier Baez, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Good pitch there. Had him a little out in front. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. Got him, and he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. Next, here is Pete Alonso, grounded out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. Comes at him with the slider there, and he gets the strike. And he's way off balance with the swing there. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. The 0-2 once more. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking. So two are gone in the Mets half of the eighth, and with it comes Francisco Lindor to the plate. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Pops this one up. Bogarts is there. And that ends the inning. Heath Hembry is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
Number 53.
Now at the plate is Jarren Duran. He's 0 for 3 so far, so he hasn't done much to help at the top of the lineup.
The center fielder, Jarren Duran.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. Swing and a long drive. Deep. Going. It's gone.
That's a big-time bomb right there. It's about time now for the closer to get ready and slam the door on this one.
Now time is barked out by the home plate umpire.
Martinez.
Into the box, J.D. Martinez. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-World, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
3-1 to him now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. There's ball four.
The first baseman, number 34, David.
First pitch on the way. In the dirt here. And no advance. It's ball one. And this will be fouled away. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
2-2 the count. Working for the punch out and the offering. Good eye to lay off the slider there, and he works it to full. 3-2 here. And there he goes towards second, and he lays off there, ball four. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
The right fielder.
So it's first and second now. Nobody out. And that'll bring up Mookie Betts. from the belt, kicks and deals. Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be two? The tag gets one. On to first, and they get the double play. So base is empty now after the double play. And that'll give way to the third baseman, Rafael Devers. And it looks like they'd rather go after the next guy as the intentional walk signal comes here with 2 away. Dylan Betances trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. Kike Hernandez is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0.
There are a couple of points in every game that could decide winning or losing. This is one of those critical spots. Time to make some great pitches.
Swing and a fly ball to straightaway left. Smith is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Garrett Richards comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th. Set to start the 9th in this one, and standing in the outfielder, Dominic Smith.
The left fielder, Dominic Smith.
Now the first pitch. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Back up the middle, and that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now. So with that, the Mets have a runner aboard to get the inning underway. Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. To the plate now, Tomas Nido, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
I always remember John Smoltz telling me the greatest asset a closer can have is short-term memory. And this situation called for it right here. He's got to forget that he has any traffic on a base pass and just attack the zone.
First pitch on the way. Peraza, base runner at first with 1 out. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
And it's 1-2. On a good changeup, a swing and a miss, and he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time today. Michael Conforto will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Josh Taylor gets the call here as he'll try and look for 1 out to finish this thing off. Now here's the first offering. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. And there's a called strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon.
Well, you can see he's coming right at this guy.
And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first. A 1-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. The Bulls came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Garrett Whitlock pitches well enough to get the W. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshow.com.